So Tom, in my 2026 quest to catch up on every currently running series in Weekly Shonen Jump, I caught up on the. It's hard to put an official number on it because I've caught up on so many series that are no longer in the magazine. But I caught up on Hima-Ten. Right around chapter 74 was the catch-up chapter, and I've read up to chapter 75, which was the most recent chapter as of this recording. Tom, do you like harem?
Oh boy, that's a question that could destroy this channel. I don't think typically I've liked harem, but there are certain series that do fun things with it that I think help the genre move past just the kind of smut core of it.
The best way to describe Hima-Ten is by just setting a little bit of just general context. With a lot of romance series, not necessarily in Shonen Jump per se, but in manga in our current era, is very quick. It moves the romance moves very quickly. We get to relationships very quickly because that's what the audience desires. Or you have series like To the Moon with You or Toniku,
Yes,
the one I'm
I've
talking
seen
about,
the
right?
cover, yeah.
Where basically the episode 1 is they get married.
Right.
Just all of a sudden they're like together, and then it's about like the relationship. Where a lot of more older school like anime manga romance and harem series, it's more about like just kind of hanging out with the girls, having romantic moments, but not actually like getting everybody together like so quickly and making these big swings. If you have been missing the more old school style of harem, Hima-Ten gives you that pacing and those like romantic character moments with some new school flavoring that's not like your mid 2000s stuff that you might consider, Tom, maybe a little degen.
There's some degen current day as well.
Oh, of course. Absolutely. I feel like a lot of it's very tasteful. In the author, the mangaka, Genki Ono, this, from my understanding, this is basically his first series, in the, at least in Shonen Jump.
Yeah. By the way, I'm thinking of like Rent a Girlfriend or something, like what? Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's so yeah. So similar to Rent a Girlfriend in the sense that like we're slow on progress. I will say in 75 way more has happened in 75 chapters, and the story, especially in the last fucking 2 chapters I've read. Tom, I have a fucking miraculous an insane ability since I started reading this shit to catch up at like what can be considered perfect times. Like I always get in at a time skip, at a major character moment, at the end of an arc. I have just
a sixth sense.
I'm perfect at this.
You've been reading Jump long enough
I have
that you know right when to jump in.
I know the perfect time. So it's like I read chapter 74. It was so good because my girl. Okay, so let's talk about the girls because
the core of any right? Yes. Right.
This is why you read this shit. And Genki Ono, he knows what the modern like Japanese Shonen Jump male reader base wants, because there's 3, you got your 3 main like the 3 main choices that the story is set up. Of course, you have Himurine, who the story is like named after. She's the redhead. She is your CEO, like girl boss, slight tsundere archetype character. And then you got the best girl, okay. Honoka, the girl next door, the demure, the quiet, the nice. You could start a family with this lovely girl. And then you got the hot, sexy underclassman model, Kana. She's got like she's like the big boob blonde archetype character.
Now the way you phrased Honoka sounds like is that your type or okay.
Oh, the best character. She's easily the best. Easily the best. And what I'll say about Hima-Ten and what I liked about it when I started, because I'll say this, Tom, you're familiar with the meme of the man digging towards
Yes.
the diamonds and giving up shortly
Right.
before he reaches the diamonds? When Hima-Ten started a little over a year ago, I of course started reading because I was on the Shonen Jump grind back then. So I picked it up and I read the first 6 chapters or so, and I like basically just kind of I fell off. I was reading other stuff. I was reading older stuff. I fell off and out of it. And I'm like, I'll catch up later on down the line. I went back to reread, and of course, whenever I take a long break from a series, I just start from fucking chapter 1 again. I don't fucking care. I like to reread this shit, and I just want to know. I just want to be caught up on the loop and everything. And I get to chapter 7, and in all the pieces, you know, the romantic pieces on the board solidify themselves in the story in chapter 7, and I missed the diamonds. Because it's our main male protagonist, Ieyori. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. He is he's a cleaner. He's like a house cleaner. And I totally understand why all these girls love this guy. He's tall as fuck. He cleans. He cooks crazy ass meals. He's
responsible. He's kind. A worker.
Yeah. Exactly, because basically the setup is that it's him, his mom, and then he's got 2 younger siblings who are twins. His dad is overseas, and his dad used to work and take care of the house. His mom's just not. She don't take care of the house. She don't know what's going on. She can't do it. So when his dad leaves, his dad basically trains him to kind of take over the house, and then he starts housekeeping, just kind of on the side to raise some money for college, help his younger siblings out, stuff like that. So of course through shenanigans, he ends up working with Hima-Ren, who's again the CEO of her own makeup company. So she's got
a high schooler.
Okay,
yeah,
high school,
CEO of her
high school CEO girl boss.
Really?
Yeah, she's the high school CEO girl boss. And of course, she's kind of apprehensive about working with them, but they, start a relationship. And of course she ends up starting to crush on him. But my guy, Ieyori, he's got his eyes on the fucking prize. He knows Honoka is the fucking best shit. So he's got a crush on Honoka. Honoka has a crush on him too. But again, she's kind of demure. She's not really going to let it go. And then Kana is the third character. She's introduced around the 2nd volume. She's like a friend of Hima-Ren. And she meets Ieyori and gets a crush on him pretty quickly. What I find funny is the three major girls, they have their own columns of wingmen. Like, I've never seen more wingmen show up for a guy than Ieyori. Like, Hima, she's got her one friend, her name's like Sukiyata or something like that. She's like the sports character archetype. She's like the tomboy sports character archetype who's got like a friendly relationship to the male MC, but and it's kind of maybe like a flirtatious crush, but she's not a real player. Come on, Tom.
Why not? That's a good archetype.
It is a great archetype.
Underdog.
They can even win. Yeah. They can win sometimes, dark horse, even.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's not putting herself in the race because she's she's like in the story. She's such a stan for Hima-Ren and her being a girl boss that she wants her success. So she put herself out of the race from chapter 1. And then you got also like her fucking manager that she works with. Always she's giving her fucking advice and shit like that. Honoka has got her friend Mayu, who I love because she's just this little like short stack type character. They have another relationship with the only other prominent male character in the story, Yokomizu, who's the base, like he's the super base like male character that always gets invited to like the beach trip, so it's not just one guy hanging out with a bunch of girls. Like, I fuck with this guy. I like this guy because he just wants the best for his bro, dude. He just wants him to get hook up with Honoka, and they know their friends they're all in on it. So they got their own little middle school friend group trying to get them together. And then Kana meets Iori's family, like his mom and his younger siblings, early on in the story, and they become her fucking wingmen,
the insiders,
trying to get in her. So she's got this family angle. Honeka's got the middle school friends angle. Hima's got her own kind of support system separate from that, all vying for this guy. And Tom, I can't lie to you, dude. I read this shit every week, and I'm like, I gotta know.
It's gripping.
What happens next? And it's not even like what could happen could be this great revelation, but I'm just like, I gotta know how the dice shake out on this. Because the story ain't called Hona-Ten. It ain't called Kana-Ten. It's called Hima-Ten. But right now, she's like third place in this like ongoing fluctuating race.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen?
And you know it's not gonna be the Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Noah just impregnates every girl in the series. Do you know about this? Yeah. It's actually there's gonna be a winner, hopefully. Like it.
And they said, and no, they've literally set up. There's been exact dialogue that you can only have one girl you're serious about. They literally have established
there's
in
a mechanics
the universe.
To this.
There's mechanics. There's the power system says he can only have one serious relationship. So, and right now, and he has said right now in the series, spoilers, that right now he wants to be with Honoka. But then in chapter 74, Tom, there is a moment.
Oh yeah.
Where I'm pulling up the fucking bar. I had to send a thing. I blocked out her name because I had to send this to friends.
Free.
I had to spoiler free, but you're getting the spoilers now because this is the caught up show. They have a great moment. They have this great romantic moment outside, and he says Honoka is the heroine of this story. That's what I thought in that moment, motherfucker. What do you mean in that moment? For now,
as for Honoka at this current moment, it's very Japanese, right? She is the heroine.
But no. Tom, I looked up what it said in Japanese because I had to go to the source. I said, what do you mean? What do you mean in that moment? So basically,
do you have it?
It's an impossible sentence to translate. It roughly translates to basically like. I knew in that moment, like Honoka was the girl that I liked. Like,
okay.
But it's more like present tense where this reads like he's saying this like years after. He's not, but there's been no narration like this before, Tom.
Okay.
He doesn't talk in past tense. Like there in My Hero Academia, there are moments where the story is told in past tense. So there are moments where the narration.
Yeah, usually the text bubble would be slightly different. There'd be some shadow. Yeah,
the box. Right. Yeah, it's the text box. Yeah, it's explaining something or trying to explain something different. So, who knows what this could mean? But Tom, I can't have another Nisekoi situation, dude.
Yeah.
Where the demure best character Onodera gets
I'm with you.
Fucking, it's bullshit. And I read this every week. I can't let it happen again. But the other two girls, they're making some crazy moves right now. They're making
some Hail Marys, some trick plays. Okay, well I like it.
The most recent chapter, Tom, Hima-Ren caught off their working relationship. She's like, I don't want to be your client anymore.
Okay.
The whole setup, that's the whole setup of the story. If you go on the app, and you look up what the log line of the story is, this house cleaning high schooler's new client is a literal hot mess. That's what the tagline is.
You know what? Once somebody in a relationship like this starts getting first place, right? So Honoka, right, is like clearly kind of in the lead. Jealousy might enter, and they'd be like, "Wait, I might know what I'm. Wait, I need to catch back up." And then they actually made more explicit with their feelings, and then they take the lead. It's like a horse race, you know.
I can't handle this. Like we're so Tom, we're so close to the promised land. We're so close. We're like 10%
your
away
team
from the
is in first
land.
place. You have the lead. It's the fourth quarter, and
I can't. And I just. And literally, he got Uno reversed. He was going to talk about quitting because he can't be going over to a girl's house once a week if he's got a GF. Like And then he got Uno reversed, and she's like, "No, man, I think we should stop seeing each other like that." And now he's gonna have to think about it. And I'm gonna be, and we're gonna be here at the end of 2026. And I'm gonna be like, Tom, we're still talking.
Well,
We're still.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's part of it. It's Yeah.
Oh, it is. But that's why you read it. That's why you read it. So I might seem upset. I'm not. I know what I'm into. It's just this. It's like, when you play Dark Souls and you're on a boss and it's you're kicking your fucking ass. It's your first time doing it, and you're here for 2 hours. You fucking know what you were getting.
So are you comparing this harem manga to Dark Souls? Okay.
Similar. Well, if you read Rent a Girlfriend, it's about the equivalent of that type of pain.
There's not the elation, I guess, as much either. But okay.
But yeah, I mean, overall, like, should you guys read Hima-Ten? I mean, if what I kind of explained to you sounds up your alley or sounds like something you'd get a kick out of, I think the art is great. I think the art is very cute. The girls design, the designs are very attractive. The paneling is excellent. The storytelling's fun. It's pretty easy. It's pretty easy breezy. And like I read a lot of it, just kind of chapter here and there at work and stuff, and very easy to follow along with the story. And yeah, if you like this type of romance, I think it's fun. And if you're trying to do what I'm trying to do and catch up on every single manga in the fucking magazine, you certainly could read a way shit ton worse. So yeah, that's it. Go read it.